Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I'm going to review for you the Halloween Tarot, created and illustrated by Kipling West, with writing by Karin Lee. Now, I noticed in the 94 decks up to this point, the 94 tarot decks that I have reviewed, there is not one Halloween deck in there, and I thought, what the hey? It's halfway through August. It's time for people to start thinking about buying Halloween decks. So I've got this review coming up right now, and then I'm going to review the Jack-o'-lantern tarot probably in another video right after this one. So keep an eye out for that if you're looking for Halloween tarot decks. Now, I did review Stacey DeMarco's Halloween Oracle deck, and check that under my Oracle deck reviews playlist volume 1 because this is an excellent deck. Now, let's get back to today's deck, which is, again, the Halloween Tarot, created by Kipling West, artwork by Kipling West, and written by Karin Lee. So it comes in a little flip-top box. You can see it's well used. I've used it a lot. This is what the back looks like. And it says, the festive old-time Halloween world of Kipling West conjures up all that's fun about Halloween. Let the black cat guide you on a trick-or-treat mission to find out what's lurking around the next corner in your world. And this is published by U.S. Game Systems, Inc. And I don't remember the price, but I'm sure you can look it up easily. Now, I'll show you the little white book that comes in the box. Is just your typical little white book, which is just very small. It does have some cute little illustrations in it, and I'll show you this one, and then I'm going to show you the book that I bought separately, this one, the Halloween Tarot. It's for this deck, but it just goes into a lot more detail. So let's look quickly at the little tiny white book, and then we'll go ahead and look at the big one. All right, so this is the little white book that comes in the box. This is a 1996 deck, so it's been around for a while, but it's a really good one. Has a table of contents. Welcome to Halloween. The Halloween Tarot. Reading the cards. It gives you 3-card spreads, different 3-card spreads. The ancient Celtic method, which is the Celtic cross spread. Talks about the major arcana, and then for each card it gives a small paragraph, the number of the card, the name of the card, and then in parentheses, if it has a different name like clown, is the fool. And then it has a little divinatory meaning here. And so it goes through all the major arcana, and then it has the minor arcana. There's a description of that. And we have the suit of pumpkins, which would be pentacles. We have this, and for each pentacle, or each pumpkin card, it has a small meaning, which is mostly keywords and phrases. And then we have the suit of ghosts, which is going to be cups. And then we have the suit of bats, which is swords. And then we have the suit of imps, which is wands. All right, so, and then about the artist, Kipling West, and that's it. That's that little white book that comes in the box. Now, let's take a look real quick at this nice book. This was published by U.S. Game Systems. Again, there's no price on, oh yeah, $9.95 is what the price was when I bought this. Let's see what the publication date is. On this one, it's 1996 as well. So it says you don't have to wait until October 31st to jump into the festive, spooky world of Halloween. You can experience it all year round with Kipling West's Halloween Tarot deck. This entertaining guide to the 78 Halloween tarot cards delves into the history, symbols, and traditions of All Hallows Eve, from the story of the jack-o'-lantern to the origins of trick-or-treating to finding your true love's name in apple peelings. So grab your Halloween tarot deck and a pillowcase to hold all the treats you'll find along the way as you explore Halloween. All right, this is a really cute book. So we have table of contents. We have introduction. Again, the history of Halloween. I always find that very interesting. Chapter 2, Halloween Symbols and Traditions. Talks about trick-or-treating, jack-o'-lanterns, ghosts and skeletons, witches and black cats. fortune telling. Chapter 3, the Halloween Tarot, reading the cards. Some sample tarot layouts, 3-card spreads, the ancient Celtic cross method again, the major arcana, and then it goes through each. Now here, and we'll do a 1-card pull at the end so you can see how this book is written. It has 0/the Fool, so the number and name of the card, description of the card, divinatory meanings, upright and reversed. So it has upright and reversed meanings in here. And I don't believe the little book has reversed meanings. I really, no, it actually, there are no reversed meanings in the little white book that comes in the box. All right, so we go through all the major arcana. There's a nice large black and white picture of the card and then about 2 pages of description and divinatory meanings. And this goes for each of the major arcana cards. And then we come to the minor arcana. So there's a section about that. Then we have the suit of pumpkins, again, which is pentacles. And for each, there's a picture, maybe about 1/4 of the page, picture of the card in black and white again. The name of the card, the description of the card, divinatory meanings, upright and reversed for each of the minor arcana cards. I don't know if you can see that, sorry. Okay, and it goes all through the pumpkins, then the ghosts, which are cups, and then the bats, which are swords, and the imps, which are wands. And then we have about the artist, Kipling West. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. More books about Halloween and tarot. There's children's books about Halloween. And then there's other books about Halloween and tarot. Then we have about the artist and about the author. Karin Lee has written a book on fortune telling for children along with a few other books. Neat. All right, and then there's 2 pages for notes, and that is the end. So this is a really nice guidebook, I think. Like I said, we'll figure out how, well, I'll show you how that's written later. Okay, so the cards, let's look at the cards. So first we have the title card. It looks like that, and this is what the back of the cards looks like, and they're reversible. Nice and Halloweenish. The cards are fairly thin cardstock, thin to medium weight, and they are glossy. Not super, super glossy, but glossy. And then we have a card that talks to you about the Halloween Tarot. Sometimes our lives seem shadowy and it's hard to tell what's around the next corner, much like Halloween night, when what is imagined is probably much scarier than what's really going on. Okay, and it tells you all that. Welcome to Halloween. All right, so these are not in order, I see. So let's just take a look at how they are, and then we can go on. Okay, so there's the Ace of Imps. Remember, Ace of Imps. Imps are wands. Here's Judgment. And I love, this is like kind of a friendly looking Halloween deck. The monsters are really fun. And they're monsters that you'll recognize in the major arcana. There's the 5 of Pumpkins, or Pentacles. The 7 of Pumpkins. The Moon. The Emperor. And these are based on Rider-Waite-Smith meanings. The Hierophant. And images to a certain extent. The Hermit. It's the mad scientist. Then we have the 7 of Imps, which would be the 7 of Wands. The King of Wands, or Imps. The 4 of Bats, which would be the 4 of Swords. You see the person resting there. 5 of Bats, or 5 of Swords. Temperance. We have the Chariot. I like the colors too. They're nice and bright and Halloweenish at the same time. The 8 of Imps, or the 8 of Wands. The King of Pentacles, or Pumpkins. The Wheel of Fortune. The 8 of Bats, or Swords. The woman's tied up. So the images are pretty familiar. The Queen of Ghosts, or Cups. Strength. The Lovers. It's Dracula. 2 of Bats, or 2 of Swords. The Empress is the Bride of Frankenstein. The 10 of Bats, or the 10 of Swords. The 6 of Pumpkins, or Pentacles. The Queen of Pumpkins, or Pentacles. The Knight of Ghosts, or cups. The King of Ghosts or cups. The Seven of Bats or swords. The Three of Pumpkins or pentacles. The Queen of Imps. The Eight of Ghosts. The High Priestess. The Seven of Ghosts. The Knight of Bats. The Nine of Ghosts. The Four of Imps. No, not too many of these are reversed. A couple. I must have put these away right after reading. The Ten of Ghosts. Justice. The Nine of Imps or Wands. Two of Ghosts. Five of Ghosts. Six of Bats. And I like these. They do have a white border. All the cards have a white border, and they have an orange section at the bottom where the title of the card is printed out with the number and the name of the card, rather. Okay, Page of Pumpkins. Page of Imps. Nine of Pumpkins. 10 of Pumpkins. That's my card, 10 of Pentacles. I love it. Three of Imps. The Devil. The Tower. The 10 of Imps or Wands. Two of Imps. The Knight of Imps. The Four of Pumpkins. The Hanged Man. I almost turned him right side up. He's not supposed to be. The Magician. The Nine of Bats. That one's upside down. The King of Bats. The Page of Bats. The Eight of Pumpkins. The Five of Imps. You have a couple upside down here. The Star. I apologize for that. Usually I have them in suit order, but it really doesn't matter, I don't think. Okay, the Three of Bats. The Queen of Bats. The Ace of Pumpkins. The Six of Ghosts. The World. The Knight of Pumpkins. The Sun. The Three of Ghosts. The Four of Ghosts. The Two of Pumpkins. The Six of Imps. The Page of Ghosts. The Ace of Ghosts. And Death. The Fool. And the Ace of Bats. So those are all the cards. I really like them. I mean, they're actually pretty kid-friendly if you ask me. So let's see how they shuffle. And then we'll do a one-card reading using the big book. Well, we can do both. Okay, so here is how they shuffle. Ooh, they shuffle very nicely. That little fly out was shuffler error. They don't stick together. They're super nice. I've had these for quite a while, as you can tell by the box. I don't know if this set comes in a big box set with the book, the big book. I'm not sure. All right, so let's do a one-card reading and see what Spirit has to say to us today. Spirit, what do you have to say to us today with this Halloween deck? What do we need to know? What does the viewer need to know or think about or pay attention to? What does the viewer need to know or think about or pay attention to today? Okay, so there it is. The World. That's the one that flipped up, right? So that's the one we're going to do. So that's it up close. And this little black cat is in every card and on the back. Yep, it's in every card. It's like the little mascot. I love it. I think there's something in the book about it. I don't remember exactly what I read. I just know it's on every card. All right, so let's see how the world is in the little white book that comes with it in the box. So let's see. The world says, a sense of oneness with others or in the world around you, spiritual understanding, completion, success, euphoria, cycles, movement, and travel. So as you see in the little white book that comes in the box, it's just a very short meaning with phrases and words. So let's look it up in the big book and see what it says. All right, so here we go. The world. The Fool reaches the end of his journey at the World or Underworld card, which unites all the lessons of the other cards in the Major Arcana. For the first time in this deck, our black cat friend is given center stage, revealing that the cat, the Fool's companion, is also us, after we've explored and learned life's lessons. The World card shows the centered individual as the nucleus of all things, reflecting success and self-mastery. All things in the world are possible now that your challenges have been met and you've achieved worldly awareness and insight. The wreath of ivy and bones represents nature. I don't know if you can see that. There's the wreath of ivy and bones. And the laurels rewarded to those who have mastered the four elements: earth, which is represented by the scorpion; air, which is represented by the bat; fire, which is represented by the salamander; and water, which is represented by the eel. The wreath is also a magic circle of self-protection. In your journey, you, the Fool, and the cat have risen above the threats and temptations of the natural world. Saturn links the card to death, only to show that death is renewal, essential to life's processes, like the ivy woven through the bones. The tree on this card is a world tree, or the tree of life from Nordic mythology, Yggdrasil to be exact. This tree, a world ash, has its roots in the underworld and branches that reach heavenward. Nidhogg is the dragon of destruction that gnaws at the roots of the tree. The world card communicates that things have come full circle. You have achieved your goals, and now the cycles will begin again. The cat is captured mid-dance to show that this is a card of movement. All right, and then that was the description. And then the divinatory meaning upright says, a sense of oneness with others or in the world around you, spiritual understanding, completion, success, euphoria, cycles, movement, and travel. And that is the exact meaning that is in this little white book. All right, and then the reverse meaning here says, distant possibilities of success, being too attached to status quo, alienation, and stagnation. Okay, and again, the smaller book does not have a reverse meaning in it. All right, friends, that's it. That is my review of the Halloween Tarot, created by Kipling West, with artwork by Kipling West, with the books written by Karin Lee. So, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already done so. Like I said, this is my 95th tarot deck review. Stay tuned for the Jack-o'-lantern tarot deck review coming up if you're interested in Halloween themed tarots. So I want to thank you for being here, friends. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.